You can't hear me. Hi, protests have begun in Chicago ahead of the DNC. We have some live video here. This is live from Chicago. Look at all the police there. Let me get a clock up there. Oops. Let's hope we get our video back. I hope we get our video back. The video went in and out. I had two videos before, so hopefully we can keep getting our video. That's the Reuters feed. So let's wait. The AFP and the Reuters feed are currently both down. I hope this is not a future live coverage is expected. This happened before. So you are watching protests. We were watching protests in Chicago getting underway. The Democratic Convention, National Convention begins tomorrow. A lot of them are pro-Palestinian protesters. I don't know if all of them are like that. I saw some people holding up like abortion-related signs or something like that. But anyways, we should be getting our coverage back. In theory, there should be two feeds, but right now neither of them is temporarily working. So let's see. I have one which is just of an overhead shot, which is not of the protest. Actually, so let's hope that Reuters gets their feedback. Let's hope that Reuters gets, it says future live coverage is expected. Future live coverage is expected. This happened for a couple of minutes right before I got on the air. So let's hope that they can get their feedback. Or else it could be a short stream if they don't get their feedback. But hopefully they will. And maybe I'll get some other feeds too. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see. But kicking off, protests there's supposed to be tens of thousands of protesters in Chicago this week. supposed to be a big protest tomorrow in the afternoon before the convention starts. The convention starts tomorrow night. So anyways, let's just hope that they can get their camera back. They're supposed to. Last time it went down for like 5 minutes. So I'm waiting along with you guys. AFP had a stream, and then I don't know what happened to that one either. Let's see here. So I will keep an eye out for them. Let's hope the Reuters one comes back. It's supposed to come back. No, I can't just steal other places' feeds. I pay for certain feeds. I can only use the ones I have the right to. I can't steal every other news network's feeds. I only have the rights to certain ones. So I do have the rights to the Reuters one because I pay for it. But I got to just wait and see if they can get it back. So, and then AFP had one too, and that's currently not working either. So let's see here. So I'm looking. I'm waiting. Hopefully they can. If they don't, we won't keep covering it. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. By the way, thanks to Walter Beasley for your support, and Mayo and Shadow 6530 and Tim747 and Good Boy Beep for your support. Again, sorry for the delay. I'm just waiting for the live feed to come back. The actual live feeds, it's out of my control. I am not there doing the live feed, so I have to just wait until it comes back. I have an overhead one of Chicago, but that's not really exciting. It's not showing the protests going on, I don't think. But I can try to get it up on the screen anyway. This one is the one we want to get back. So we are waiting. Hopefully, this could be the second time. Hold on a second here. It's back. We're back. We're back.
Hi, Roger.
We're back.
Major problems with Sandra's live view. It keeps switching itself off.
Look at this. They said they're having a problem with their live stream.
Trying to go live from a protest that keeps switching itself off.
I don't know if we just heard the person saying we're having trouble trying to go live. It might have been the Reuters person. I don't know. Probably hard to get a signal out.
Oh, I see you.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Right, okay.
What's that going on there? I'm not sure. I believe it's a lot of pro-Palestine protesters, but also other progressive causes. A lot of police there. A lot of police there. Look at all the police. Quick thanks to our moderators. We have Sarah55 moderating on YouTube. Linda Belk and Larry moderate for us on X. Just want to shout out our moderators here. We also have Twitch moderators, Big Ball of Yarn, David Green, McBritches, Sarah, and Surly Dev. And I also want to thank our Facebook moderators as well. Then I'll get the audio back up for you. Oh, and thanks Crypto King for your support, and Secret Squirrel Flips, and Tim747. And also we have thanks to Valerie Gale Griffin, who's moderating over there on Facebook, and any other moderators who I am missing. There are Margaret Riley's moderating. A lot of protests expected this week. These would be protesters on the left wing, protesting the Democratic Convention. For example, a lot of people are protesting the Biden administration's support of Israel. These would be pro-Palestinian protesters, for example, some of which you're seeing right there. Hey, thanks so much to G. Callan for the gift memberships, and Greg Johnson, our new member, and Keith Lewis for the gift membership, and Marks 0115. Thanks, Ma Florida, for the gift subscription too. Now, this is a big protest, but as I understand it, the biggest protests are supposed to be Monday and Thursday. There's supposed to be tens of thousands of people in Chicago protesting the Democratic Convention. But again, the biggest that I have heard from articles I've read were Monday and Thursday. But this looks like a pretty sizable protest going on right now.
Party. All right. Said hands off our bodies. Hands off our bodies. Down with all fascist parties. Down with all fascist parties. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Zionism. Zionism got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Zionism got to go. Hey, hey. Hey, ho, ho. Zionism got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho.
A quick thank you to Crispy and Stacy Cub and Disco Pickle and Ava Bear and G Bird. Thank you. The Democratic Convention starts tomorrow. I think around 6:15 Eastern Time, we are going to have coverage live of the Democratic Convention, but there's supposed to be a big protest, a really big protest in the afternoon, maybe around noon or 1 Eastern Time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it'll all get going tomorrow. So we might have protest coverage tomorrow in the hours before the convention starts. But this looks like a pretty big protest right here. Yeah, so the rally, there's a rally scheduled for tomorrow at noon Chicago time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the big march is scheduled for tomorrow. I mean, this is pretty big too, but an even bigger one is scheduled for tomorrow at noon local time, 1 Eastern time. You know, there's a number of different progressive groups protesting this week. I mean, you can see a lot of the protesters are pro-Palestinian protesters who want a ceasefire in Gaza, but I also see protesters who are holding up like signs like reproductive justice. I just saw a sign for some other cause too. So it's a mix of causes, but there are a lot of protesters who want a ceasefire, pro-Palestinian protesters who want a ceasefire in Gaza. But it's really a mix of groups and causes, it looks like. Yeah, like that's an LGBTQ related poster, you know, so there's a bunch of different causes they are protesting for. Quick thank you to Andrew Schlegel, Tim747, BDK, Keith Lewis, Jonathan Y. Sikoski, and Manly1979 for your support. There is a really big police presence there. Look at, there's a lot of officers there, as you can see.
Can we possibly squeeze past here? Sorry, thanks so much. Thank you.
Quick thanks to Adrian Goodman. Thank you, Adrian, and also Walter Beasley. That is very generous of you, Walter. I really appreciate all of your support for the channels. Thank you so much, Walter Beasley. So again, the Democratic National Convention starts tomorrow. It starts, the main program starts tomorrow night. There are supposed to be tens of thousands of protesters in Chicago to protest this week. There's supposed to be a big march tomorrow at noon local time. We might have coverage of that for you. I didn't realize this was going on tonight, but you can already see sizable protests happening tonight. Looks like, a lot of pro-Palestinian protesters, but I also see abortion-related signs and LGBTQ-related signs, and so it's supposed to be like a mix of groups, definitely with a lot of pro-Palestinian groups, but a mix of groups protesting this week. I hope everything stays under control and non-violent and everything, but you can see already significant protests happening tonight, the night before the convention starts.
Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime.
Check. Yep.
Oh. We have audio maybe.
Watch out. Sorry. Hi there, can we talk to you real quick? Sure. While you're here, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you've come out today and why you've come out here during the Democratic National Convention?
Should I?
If you don't mind, it would be good if you could, but I don't want to. Okay, thank you.
I think that the Democrats should have to earn our votes. I think that we shouldn't just give them away automatically because they're not Trump. I think their policies are really similar. I'm here hoping that they'll sign an arms embargo to Israel, even though I doubt it because ultimately both parties work for AIPAC and they're funded by AIPAC, and I don't think they're going to change their policy towards imperialism.
What do you think about, does Kamala Harris give you any more hope than Joe Biden does?
No.
Why not?
I think looking at her track record as a DA in San Francisco is pretty bad. I do a lot of anti-prison organizing, and a lot of folks are... I used to live in California, and a lot of folks that I work with who are incarcerated are, incarcerated under some really messed up 3 strikes laws that she, supervised, and she worked to keep trans incarcerated people in men's prison, trans women in men's prisons, denying them health care. She prosecuted parents for the truancy of her children. She works for AIPAC. Her husband's a Zionist. I'm not super optimistic, but I think I haven't voted for either of the 2 main parties since 2008, so.
Do you think you will vote in this coming election?
I think I will vote, yeah.
Would you care to say who you were thinking of voting for?
I'm deciding between Jill Stein and Claudia De La Cruz. I don't know which ballots either of them are on, so I hope all the third parties combine. I think that could actually do something, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your full name and spell it for me, please?
Hazel Katz, Hazelkatz.
What age are you?
35.
And where do you live?
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, we're on the move again. Oh, that was a good timing. You sure?
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Well, that was one protester. You heard one protester. By the way, AIPAC, when she said AIPAC, AIPAC is a pro-Israel lobbying group, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. That is a pro-Israel lobbying group.
Well, we're moving.
Hey guys, please keep the chat. You can have different political views, but please keep it civil and respectful in the chat. If you don't, you will be timed out or hidden, okay? So please keep the comments in the chat civil and respectful. I think you can understand what that means.
And why during or just before the DNC?
Because everything is bullshit, to be completely honest. I don't know. There's so many things wrong right now, and someone needs to pay attention.
How do you feel about Kamala Harris taking over from Joe Biden?
I'm glad that he's not our candidate, but I'm not really a fan of her either. I'll obviously vote for her because there's only 2 options, and she's the only viable one. But yeah, not a huge fan.
Thank you. What's your name? And could you spell it for me?
Yeah, Robin, R-O-B-I-N.
And your last name?
Feeney, F-E-E-N-E-Y.
And what age are you?
46.
And where do you live?
In Chicago.
Thank you so much.
Occupation now.
The Democratic Convention kicks off tomorrow night. We will have coverage of it. But actually, there's supposed to be a big protest march, bigger than this it's supposed to be, and that is tomorrow at noon local time, 1 Eastern time. If I have footage of that, we'll cover that as well. But tens of thousands of protesters are expected in Chicago this week.
Well, I've spoken to 2 women already, but no, okay.
I've got it. Okay. I've got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, the interviewer, she doesn't have an easy job, so I appreciate her trying to be able to talk to people.
Just ask you a quick question about why you're here today.
We want.
Okay, just a second. All right, just look at me if you could. And why are you here today?
We want to see people change their mind about Palestine. We want to see all people live in peace. We want to see no more bloodshed. We want peace. What people want war? We only want peace.
And does Kamala Harris taking over from Joe Biden give you any hope for your cause?
No,
Why
just
not?
another Zionist. They just want more war, like Bibi, the Benjamin Netanyahu. All he wants is war.
What's your name, sir? And could you spell it for me as well?
My name is Mohammed, Mohammed.
And your last name?
It doesn't matter. All I will tell you is my first
can
name.
I just ask your name sorry, your age real quick.
39.
And do you live in Chicago?
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
So you can hear, we've already heard a couple protesters say that they believe that the Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party are too pro-Israel.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Hi. Can we talk to you real quick? Sure. Thank you. Could you tell me why you're right here today and why just before the DNC starts?
I'm from Chicago, and I'm a co-leader of the National Equal Rights Amendment Publication Task Force. And so I'm here specifically.
Slow down a bit. Sorry.
I'm here specifically to get the ratified Equal Rights Amendment published. It won the final ratification by Virginia, was not certified because Trump wanted the equal rights to not be in the wheelchairs. Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm for equal rights.
Start that sentence again.
186 million girls, women, and LGBTQIA plus Americans do not have equal rights in the Constitution of the United States. That's 56% of the population. We are in violation of the United Nations Conventions of Human Rights. 85% of countries in the world now have gender and sex equality in their constitutions. The United States does not. Trump blocked the Equal Rights Amendment. Biden and Harris have an opportunity to undo the presidential interference by Trump.
Does Kamala Harris taking over from Joe Biden give you any hope?
Yes, if she listens to equality, that is deserved. Yeah, that is deserved by the majority of the Americans.
Thank you. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Dr. Eileen Murphy. I'm an OB-GYN from Chicago.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me. It's okay. We got enough. Thanks. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for slowing you down.
See, so she is there for a different cause, the Equal Rights Amendment. So, you know, people there for different causes.
Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a quick question? We're with Reuters. No? Okay. Do I look all right, or is my makeup everywhere? Excuse me. Hi there. Can we ask you a question? We're with Reuters. Can we ask you a question about why you're here?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing out here? Why just before the DNC?
To show that the Democratic Party needs to change its policy regarding Israel and respect international law and respect human rights.
And what's your name?
I'm Mark.
And what's your last name?
I don't want to share my last
That's
name.
okay. And what age are you?
I'm 20.
And where do you live?
I live in Chicago for school, but I'm from North Carolina.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Can we do it again? Or? Oh. Reuters, can we ask you a quick question?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. Why are you here today, and why just before the Democratic National Convention?
10 months of genocide is 10 months too long. It's a bitter shame that we consider ourselves the nation of freedom of the world and the liberators of the world when we're the ones supporting this genocide. It's so sad. Our tax dollars are being used to kill children, women, elderly, men, innocent civilians, 2 million displaced people, millions of destroyed homes. Enough is enough. That's why we're here.
Harris taking over from Biden give you any hope?
No, unfortunately, no. Because the same people that support Biden are the ones that are putting Kamala in power. It's basically a system where only a few elite people get control over who is representing us, and it's a bitter shame. We saw it in the primaries where they basically got Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman out because of AIPAC's funding, and the same thing is happening here, unfortunately.
What's your name, and could you spell your full name for me?
For sure. First name is Muhaned. Last name Elhindi. Muhammad El Hindi.
Thank you. And what age are you?
Huh?
What is your age?
I am 31 years old.
And where do you live?
That's a little too much.
Too much? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
By the way, my guess is that she has to ask that. It's probably their policy that they need to ask people that. Really quick, thank you to Eliza Jane for the gift memberships, and Sebastian Lee, and Joe for your support, and Peanut Brain of the West, and Vitali, thanks for your support for being a member, and Exceedi, and Marty, thank you for the gift membership, and also Geraldine Karstensen, thanks for your support, and Andrew Schlegel and David Spivak, and the Silver Sergeant, thank you for your support. Thank you also very much on Twitch to Digilit with Hat, thanks for your support, and Notorious Rob, appreciate it, Notorious Rob as well, and also Ma Florida, thank you.
What's that? Where's that? Oh, that's the live view. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. What's the problem? Are they having a problem with the stream? They just said, oh, that's the live view, and it sounds like something's wrong. The live view is what they use to do the stream. So I hope they can still do their stream. Let's see. Quick thanks to Jesse James on YouTube, and Mail96 Bella for your support on Twitch, and Relila on Twitch. Thanks for the gift subscriptions. Hey, so we're watching the protest beginning tonight already. The night before the Democratic Convention starts, there are supposed to be tens of thousands, I kid you not, of protesters in Chicago this week for protests this week outside the convention. There's supposed to be a big march tomorrow starting at noon local time. I didn't know this was going on tonight. Look at all the police there, but you can see protests have already begun. Big protest going on in Chicago tonight, and they're supposed to be protesting this week again. Big protest tomorrow during the day, and then tomorrow night is the first night of the Democratic Convention. I don't know if there's like, are people turned that way because there's photographers there, or are people turned that way because there's like counter protesters there? They might just be turning that way because there's a bunch of press there. I'm not sure, but it looks like people are focused on something. But see, there's a lot of people with cameras, so maybe they're just turned that way for the press. I'm not sure. Sorry, I was muted. Hey, I'm sorry. So one of the viewers asked how many protesters are there. Shai Levy asked how many protesters there. I don't know how many are there tonight. I don't have a good feel for how many are there right now, but there's supposed to be tens of thousands of protesters protesting this week. There's a big march planned for tomorrow, for example. I've seen some estimates of 20, 30,000 or even more protesters might be there this week. But I don't know how many are marching right now. It's clearly a significant protest. Really quick, thanks for your support. Shai Levy, Joe, Ryan2426, me, Cartoon Maps, Slip Joint, thank you. Also, Peanut Brain of the West, me, Jesse James, and Andrew Schlegel. And quick thanks to our moderators who are in the chat rooms. We have Valerie Gale Griffin is moderating right now, and Ronald Egnor and Margaret Riley on Facebook. Over there on Twitch, we have moderating Big Ball of Yarn, Cerrero, David Green, Hearsay, I Got That Fire, McBritches, Sarah and Surly Dev. Sarah55 is moderating on YouTube right now. Thank you so much, Sarah, and Linda Belk and Larry on X. All right, I will turn the volume back up so you can hear it now. Oh, and I forgot to thank Notorious Rob for your support on Twitch. Thanks, Notorious Rob.
Stop sending their taxes to slaughter Palestinians! Stop sending their taxes to slaughter Palestinians! Stop sending their taxes to slaughter Palestinians! Wake up and open your eyes! Our government is funding genocide! Wake up and open your eyes!
Thanks also to our moderator, Kay Lowry Body, over there on Facebook.
This is what you taught us. Stay away. Hide in the bushes.
You couldn't hear me. I was saying that I hope that they that the protest was going away from them, and I was like, wait, are they just going to let the protest walk by? And then I was saying that, oh, it's hopeful the camera's actually moving forward again. So I was like, wait, are they just like stopping the coverage? But it looks like they're walking forward again. So this is promising. I got to remember to stop muting myself.
Excuse us, sorry, can we? Thank you.
There are a lot of police out there. That's a big police presence. This stream is I pay Reuters for the rights to their live stream. So this is a Reuters stream that I've paid for the rights to. literally, the march has 2 lines of police marching on either side of it. And like, the police are like every 5 feet. On both sides of the march, they have like a close line of police. So one thing it looks like they're doing is trying to keep the march separate from any people who might be outside the march. Hey, a quick thanks to me and Ryan2426 and Keith Lewis and Low Flyer and MetaGuide and The Veggie and Frank V and Ronald Kame and Genius by Birth and Cruella and Joe for your support. I really appreciate it. For those who don't know, that flag you see with the green, white, black, and red is the Palestinian flag. That's the one right there. The green, white, red. Hey, look at that. It's almost like they didn't know I was saying that, but right when I said that, that is the Palestinian flag right there. You see a number of protesters carrying that. So the sign says feminists and LGBTQ plus people for a free Palestine. So that I don't know if that's the whole march. That could be the theme of this march, but there might be people not in this group in the march. I don't know. Again, there's different marches going on. And for those who didn't hear, there's supposed to be a really big march. One of the 2 big marches, the 2 biggest marches are supposed to be Monday and Thursday. And so one of the biggest marches, if not the biggest one, is going to be tomorrow at noon local time, 1 Eastern time. If I have video of that, I will cover that. And on this channel, we're going to be covering the whole Democratic Convention too. By the way, if you want to get notified when we go live, we have our own notifications a system where you can sign up for free to our notifications, and it'll send you a notification every time we go live. We do it through Discord, and so the mods can put the link to the notifications in the chat, and you can also, thanks mods, and you can also find the link to the notifications in the description for this video on Facebook and YouTube.
No peace of stolen land! Justice is our demand. No peace on stolen land.
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 Intifada, intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Long live the intifada.
Long live the
Right, Sandra. Here, and then you can do it.
So we have been showing you some of this footage of this protest going on right now in Chicago the night before the Democratic convention. This is the night before the convention. There are supposed to be tens of thousands of protesters in Chicago who will be protesting this week during the convention. It's supposed to be a very big march tomorrow at noon local time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If I do have footage of that, I will do coverage of it here. And then we will have coverage of the convention as well. Starting tomorrow night. Huge police presence out there. Lots of police. Uh-oh, are we going to lose this shot right now? Let's see. We might either temporarily lose the shot or lose it for good. Let's see what it says. I hope it says more live coverage expected, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is not supposed to be, again, the biggest protests are supposed to be Monday and Thursday. So I didn't even know this one was happening tonight. We lost this shot earlier, so it's possible that we're just temporarily losing it. We'll see what happens with a message will come up that'll say either further live coverage expected or this live stream has ended. So let's see what it says. And look, there could be more protest stuff tonight. I don't know, so we'll have to see. I appreciate people. Yeah, like one of our viewers said, no internet connection. The live streams can be spotty, especially with so many people there. So this stream has gone in and out a couple times earlier, although it's been pretty good. They've had pretty good quality for the last hour or so. But we'll give it a second. We'll see what happens. Right now it's frozen. But, I think it might have ended. Did it end? Let's see. Hold on. Hang on a second. Oh, no. I got it. It's back. We're back. We're back. We are back. We're live. All right, we're back. So you can see the sign there says feminists and LGBTQ plus people for a free Palestine, but I don't know if everybody there is in that group or not. My guess would be that this is a permitted march because you have so many police there on either side. But again, I don't know if if it's like one group having the march or just like a bunch of groups. But you can see that big sign in the front. Oh, a quick thank you, by the way, to thanks for your support. Long Range Precision Shooting, Claminitis Prime, Keith Lewis, and MetaGuide and Low Flyer. I really appreciate your support for the channel. Did I thank The Veggie and Frank V and Ronald Came and Genius by Birth and Cruella and Joe as well? Also, thank you to Notorious Rob and Sentient Cannabis over on Twitch. Thank you. And real quick, also, thank you so much to Kristen Gates and Janice McConnell. Thank you so much, Kristen Gates and Janice McConnell. I really appreciate it. Very big police presence, as you can see. I hope the camera catches up to the protest now. The camera's getting some police shots right now. Let's hope the camera moves forward again. Oh, I think that might be, I think they just said like final speakers. Maybe this place is where they're gathering at the end of the march. I'm not sure. Connor Murphy, our viewer, says the protest will stop where the police are lined up. So this may be like the end of the protest route. I'm not sure.
Please gather over by Michigan Avenue.
Please gather over by Michigan.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
They're saying mic check.
Mic check. Please gather over by Michigan Avenue. In the playground.
How many blocks?
So far, I haven't seen any violence. I haven't seen any arrests or anything. Seen any arrests? I haven't seen any counter protesters. You know, I've been reading articles suggesting there are going to be tens of thousands of protesters there this week. Big march scheduled for tomorrow at noon local time, which I think will be tens of thousands would be bigger than this. So. You know, certainly concerns about, I hope it stays peaceful and nonviolent and everything. I hope we don't have situations where counter-protesters show up and you have conflict. But this march, they've had police like surrounding the entire march. As you could see, just lines of police very close to each other. And again, one purpose of that might be to keep counter-protesters away from the protesters. But look at the police now. I mean, there's so many of them. Uh-oh. All right, so let's see. Are we going to lose this stream? We might lose the stream. We'll see. Does it say ended, or we'll be back with more footage? We'll see what it says. This has been the Reuters stream. It might. All right. Oh, I think they lost their signal. So well, let me see. Live view is how they keep the technology they use to get the signal out. So we'll give it a second. Let's see if either it says stream ended or more live coverage expected. What will it say? Stream ended or more live coverage expected. By the way, thanks so much to Walter Beasley for your support. Thanks again, Walter. That's really nice of you. And Katya T, thank you. While we're waiting here to see what happens, tomorrow's march is called the March on the DNC. There are two of those scheduled, one for tomorrow at noon and one for Thursday at 5 p.m. That's a big march tomorrow, the March on the DNC. And we very well might have coverage of that right here. If I have footage of it, I'll be covering it. I'm supposed to have footage of it, but we'll make sure tomorrow. That's supposed to be big tomorrow. I'm looking at the March on DNC2024.org website says, the March on the DNC will be a march for Palestine, says the website. It says, our main demand will be stand with Palestine and U.S. aid to Israel. They say, we will also be bringing together the demands of the people's movements to the door of the Democratic Party. And it says, listed among the other demands are money for jobs, school, healthcare, housing, and environment not for war, immigrant rights and legalization for all, defend LGBTQIA+ and reproductive rights, defend the right to unionize and strike, stop police crimes, community control of the police now, justice, peace, and equality. So those are our demands from the March on DNC2024.org website. They are having big marches. All right, Monday and Thursday. All right, so this live event has ended. And I don't know if I'll be getting any other footage back tonight of the protests, but what I will do for the moment, I'll give it a second and see. That protest might be over, I'm not sure. But I'm looking at another shot of which I'm not allowed to use of that protest. But I think that maybe is the ending location, because the other shot of the protest I'm looking at, the people are not marching. They're just like standing there. Let me just show you guys. I want to show you guys something. This is from the Associated Press. Thousands of activists expected in Chicago hold on a second here. Thousands of activists expected in Chicago for Democratic convention to call for Gaza ceasefire. This is what's coming up this week. Thousands of activists are expected to converge on Chicago this week for the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, hoping to call attention to abortion rights, economic injustice, and the war in Gaza. While Vice President Harris has energized crowds of supporters as she prepares to accept the Democratic nomination, progressive activists maintain their mission remains the same. Activists said they have learned lessons from last month's Republican National Convention in Milwaukee and are predicting bigger crowds and more robust demonstrations in Chicago, a city with deep social activism roots. Let's see here. Where are they? Blah, 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 blah. Where are they protesting? Fine. Is Chicago ready? The convention itself will draw an estimated 50,000 people. The city says it has made the necessary precautions with police and the Secret Service. Security will be tight with street closures around the convention center. Let's see here. I had a different thing I wanted to show you real quick here from Reuters. Right? Pro-Palestinian activists plan to march on the DNC, hoping Harris will hear them. Reuters says a coalition of some 200 social justice organizations is going forward with their plan to march at the Democratic National Convention on Monday. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. And there are supposed to be tens of thousands of people there. Organizers have said the DNC march will be family friendly. However, some onlookers worry that the combination of a heavy police presence, throngs of protesters, and potential ill-intentioned agitators could combust as it did on college campuses in the spring. So, there will be a march Monday, tomorrow at noon local time. Let me read some comments from you guys. Again, I don't have that shot of that protest we were watching. The Reuters shot I had ended. The other shot I'm looking at, which is a shot from a local affiliate, which I'm not allowed to use, basically it shows the people. It looks like they got to the end and they're not marching anymore on this other shot. They're just like all standing in the same location as we saw them. So that may be the end of that. That may be like the final location of that protest march where they're just listening to speakers now. But it appears that they're not actually marching anymore in that protest. Let me take some comments from you guys. Thank you, Ron Dykeman, for the gift membership. How close will they be to the convention venue? That's a good question. So I think this article talks about it, this AP article. Where are they protesting? Activists sued the city earlier this year, saying restrictions over where they can demonstrate violate their constitutional rights. Chicago leaders rejected their requests for permits to protest near United Center, which is where the DNC is taking place, on the city's west side. Where the convention is taking place, offering instead a lakefront park more than 3 miles away. Later, the city agreed to allow demonstrations at a park and a march route closer to the United Center. A federal judge recently signed off on the group's 1 mile route. Now, I wonder is the route we saw the protesters take tonight the same route that all the protest marches will take? Because we saw them march tonight up the street, and we saw police on either side of it. So maybe that's going to be the same route. Coalition to March on the DNC spokesman Hatem Abudaya said the group is pleased it won the right to protest closer to the convention, but he believes its preferred 2-mile march would be safer for larger crowds. The group is chartering buses for activists from about half a dozen states. We're going forwards full speed ahead, he said. The city has designated a park about a block from the United Center from the speaker's stage. Those who sign up get 45 minutes. And some group members have spent the last few weeks marching the more than 80 miles from Milwaukee, where they protested during the Republican convention. That's from the Philadelphia-based Poor People's Army, which advocates for economic justice. Okay. And let me show you where the United Center is. Maybe I'll just pull up a map real quick here. Yeah, so I'm looking again. I don't have the original footage that we were watching of the protest, but the other footage I can see, which I can't use, it's the people are still in the same place. They don't appear to be actually marching anymore. I think they reached the end of the march route and they're just there. And there's a lot of police there as well. Let me pull up a map here for you. By the way, this is Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. We've been covering a lot of Iran and Israel and Middle East stuff. I expect to be covering more of that this week as demonstrations continue. So subscribe and follow Agenda Free TV. And United Center. Here is United Center. Oh, hold on. I'm going to pull it up for you. I am pulling up the map for you guys to look at. All right. So there's the map. Let me just pull it up here. Hold on. United Center. There is the United Center right there. United Center. Now, how far from the water is it? Let's see. There's Grant Park. How far from Grant Park is it? It is about 2.5 miles from Grant Park, about, a little less than 3 miles from the water, the United Center. So I don't know, what street were they on tonight? I heard they mentioned Michigan Ave. Where were they marching? Were they marching like up here? What street were they on? Oh, I can see if I have scanner traffic. I don't know if I do. I can see it in a second. What street were they marching on tonight? Does anyone know in the chat? Let's see. Michigan and Wells, one of our viewers says. Is it Michigan Ave? Oops, I spelled it wrong. So there's Michigan Ave, but that goes up. So, like here, you're saying. I lost it. Michigan Ave near the park, people were saying. Okay, that's helpful. Michigan Ave right here, yes. Michigan Ave near the park. Okay, so where they were marching tonight is right around here. And right around here, people were saying, right? And we'll do distance, measure distance to United Center. Oops, I'll just do directions. Directions to here from United Center. Yes, so, wait, what happened here? Why did it do that? I didn't want it to do directions to there. There, that's what we're talking about. Roughly speaking, it was, the march tonight was about 2.5 miles away from where the venue is for the DNC. The DNC venue is here. The United Center is where the DNC venue is. Okay. No, the feed that we were watching ended. And I believe the march is not marching anymore. There is one other feed I'm looking at of that protest that we were watching that I can't use, but the feed is not going anywhere. So I believe what happened with the march is that I believe the march we were watching reached the end of its route. Because I'm looking at another feed which was showing it, and that feed isn't going anywhere. It's at the same place as it was when our feed ended. So there might be people out there, but I don't believe they are still marching. I can do a quick check. I'm not aware of any kind of misbehavior going on at the moment, but I can do a quick check and see if we can pick up a scanner. Let me just real quick check this. There's a Chicago fire scanner. There's a Chicago Police Department. Is it zone? I see a lot of people listening to one scanner. I'm going to pull up the scanner from Broadcastify, and let's see if we hear anything on the scanner.
1811, you got one in custody at 1954 hours, 1954 hours.
Again, I'm not aware that anything is even going on that's bad in terms of with the protesters. Let me just put something on
We have
the
4
screen.
detained over here at 532 West Hobby in the parking lot.
Hold on a second. I got to get something on the screen right now.
1824's got several detained at 32 West on Hobby. Can I get another car over there? Help her out. 32 West Hobby, 4 detained. It is 1954 hours.
I want to just get this on the screen so I can credit Broadcastify. Broadcastify.com.
Who do I
That's
have
where the scanner's coming
heading
from.
over by 1824?
1844, where do you need another car? On Hobby or over at Sedgwick? A1 Charlie, we're here. We're in the parking lot.
Again, the stuff you're hearing on the scanner, I'm not aware that it has anything to do with the
confirm
protest.
you need another car at 32 West on Hobby with the 4 detained?
But, oops, I don't want that. I'll turn it on for a second. What is going on here?
All right, somebody needs to go over there and check on her, please.
Can you confirm the address?
Why do I keep moving that?
823, we're 124, everything's okay, slow it down.
Here we go.
823's with 24. Somebody just coded this job, so give me a second.
I'll see if I can find any more updates for you, by the way.
And 823, we're right across the street behind the apartment building.
All right, 823's across the street behind the apartment building.
It's a little loud, the scanner. Again, I'm not aware that it's anything's
right across
going on related to the protests.
All right, right across from the station lot. I got 23 and 24 over there. 1810, did you have radio traffic?
That was me talking to that location. Marine 100 on zone 4.
$3,100 or $4,100?
Marine 100.
Marine 100, go ahead.
Would you have an 18th District car that can come meet me over at the Army Corps of Engineers facility for a report? 111.
I'm not seeing...
Stand by, Marine 100. 111, go ahead.
Hold on a second.
You know what? Disregard. Thank you. 1810.
1810.
Just to confirm, we're across the street from the district lot. We have enough units on here. Let's make sure we have enough units at MFG. Make sure the guys at MFG are okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if this stuff on the scanner is related to like protests. I don't know yet.
It's what the MFG were fine, but nobody has observed anything where the shots took place. So just slow it down for now until we find a crime scene if there is one.
It sounds like they're just investigating a crime.
1844.
Okay. All right, 1821 is doing okay. They're not able to locate a scene or any casing, so you guys can slow it down.
This just
for
sounds
him.
like
Who's
it's
the
not
next
about
unit coming in?
that.
244.
By the way,
go ahead.
the news
I'm
outlet
speaking with
Semaphore.
the caller over here on Hobby. It sounds like they took her Glock 19. It's all black, and that's maybe what we're looking for somewhere in the grass.
The news outlet Semaphore, they say that protest organizers in Chicago expect between 30,000 and 40,000 people to join the march on Monday. I don't know if that's true, but according to the news outlet Semaphore, they say the organizers of the protest expect between 30 and 40,000 people to march tomorrow in that march starting at noon local time.
Yeah, it's not a related squad. It's can be involving person, but not related to the event.
All right, is somebody going to be standing by?
103 boy.
Officer.
103 boy. Can I get a transfer card 619 on Wallace, please?
All right, 103 boy. You got one in custody. At what was the numbers on Wabash?
619.
All right, I see it on the board. 123.
123, 10-4.
I'm just waiting to hear if we're hearing anything about protests.
Stand by. Unit that's at 619 South Wabash. Are you doing okay over there?
On the scanner.
We got points. We need a transport car.
Okay. 172, you want to take a ride over there to 619 South Wabash?
10-4 squad, A-route.
Just out of
next
interest.
Unit coming in.
619 South Wabash is over here.
1811.
1811, go ahead.
So I was thinking 118.
Going to 18 with 1. You've got 2,000 hours on the clock. And 124.
This is Wabash. I don't know what they're doing over here. I don't know if this, again, it might just be regular criminal activity or something.
1890.
1890. 1890, go ahead, please.
Yes, right fielder says in Chicago.
Detailed PPOs were assigned in front of Water Tower, Chestnut and Pearson, and Superior and Ontario to walk down Michigan and meet me at Chicago and Michigan, please.
One of our viewers said it's busy on the scanner there, even if when there's not the DNC. But
all right, window units, meet 1890 at Chicago and Michigan. And 124.
124.
124, you got assault in progress at Chipotle, Clinton and Roosevelt and Clinton. Male black just damaged his black RAV4. It's the guy with the yellow shirt. Caller's cussing him at him.
143, can you show us over here at Wabash, Harrison Wabash? He's going in the back of our car.
10-4.
So if you missed it, we for a little over an hour.
Oh. Hold on, you guys are talking over each other. 1820.
Yeah. Steve B says, this is everyday scanner traffic in Chicago. Also, Chicago scanner traffic is delayed. So I have not heard anything in what we've been listening to about the protest yet. If you guys missed it, we hang on a second. If you guys missed it, we covered for over an hour. There was a big protest going on in Chicago. A lot of pro-Palestinian protesters who were against democratic support for Israel and wanted a ceasefire. That wasn't everybody, but that was a lot of the protesters. And we watched over an hour, I think, of that. And it seems like that protest maybe, I don't know if it's ended, but I think the march ended from the best I can tell. So I don't have that footage anymore, but you can go back and watch it if you want. You can rewind the video. And as I mentioned, tomorrow there is supposed to be a really big protest. The March on DNC, I believe it's called. March on the DNC 2024. If you want to, you can go to their website and look at their website. The website looks like this. I'll show you. It says, March on the DNC 2024. It's March on the DNC 2024 dot marchondnc2024.org. That's the website, marchondnc2024.org. And then they say, some people said it's still going on. Do you mean the protest or the march? Because the stream I still have my eyes on of the protest doesn't show any marching. As I said, I think they still might be, there might be protesters out there, but yeah, so I'm looking at Fox News. Fox News is showing protesters, but they're not showing marching. So I believe what happened is the feed we were watching cut out when the march ended. There's protesters there, but I believe they're not marching anymore. Because I'm literally watching two different streams, Fox News, and I was watching a different stream, a local ABC local affiliate stream, and they don't have them marching. So again, the Fox News one doesn't have marching. But the march tomorrow says day of schedule from March on DNC 2024. It says, if you can see here, 12 p.m. rally. That's local time. A 12 p.m. rally, 2 p.m. march. Oh, I'm sorry. They have a rally and a march. That I didn't notice. Rally and march. Join us as we march within sight and sound of the DNC to make our voices heard. We will not be silenced. So the rally is at noon at Union Park, and the march tomorrow is at 2 p.m. Okay. And yes, so it says that 12 p.m. Monday is when the rally starts, and then the march is at 2 p.m., and then they're doing another event on Thursday at 5 p.m. The march on the DNC will be a march from Palestine. Again, this website I'm showing you is marchondnc2024.org. Okay. Yeah, as Harvey S. says, rally will be like speeches, and then they will march. They want to be seen and heard. Okay. Technic says sounds like it's going to be a mess. Where is Union Park, which is where their rally is? Before their march. I don't know what their march route is. Union Park, Chicago. All right, so here's Union Park, I guess. Is that where it is? Right here? Oh, wow, that's not far from the United Center. This is very interesting. Okay, so that big rally in March tomorrow says that their rally is at Union Park, which is here. That is not that far from the United Center. Look at that. You can see them both in this shot. There's the United Center and there's Union Park. So, I mean, I'll just do this. Here's a parking lot, measure distance. I mean, it's less than half a mile. Union Park is less than half a mile from the United Center. So and I don't know where their route is they're marching on, but they're not that far. I wonder if I can find their march route if they have it public anywhere. But yeah, again, that's where they're having their rally, right there. And that's where the DNC is, right there. I mean, it's only a few blocks from the rally site to where the parking lot is. I mean, that's Lot E right here. And then there's Union Park right there. It's like a couple blocks. Huh. Interesting. So Chairman Meow says they won the right to march down the street within sight of it. Let me check that AP story and see if it gives the details here. Thousands of activists expected in Chicago for a Democratic convention to call for Gaza ceasefire. This is from Associated Press. And where are they protesting? It doesn't say where the route is. It's roughly 1 mile. Does the website say where the route is? I'll have to check the website. Let me see if the website says it. Let's see here. I don't see the route on the website. I don't see it there. Going to FAQs. A park map. Oh, there's also like security zone, like a Chicago DNC security zone that the police have set up. Let's see if I can show you that. Here it is. I got it. I found it. Chicago, Emergency Management and Communications. Impacted areas, road restrictions map. So there is United Center, and that is where the DNC is. And that is Union Park, which is where the rally is before the march tomorrow. And everything in red is pedestrian restricted perimeter. And yellow is vehicle screening perimeter. So that's the building is right there. And then there's all kind of road restrictions too. There's road restrictions as well. But there is your, there's the United Center, and there's Union Park up here. And there's various closures, as you can see. I don't know them all, but. Garen says this will be crazy. Hold on a second here. I'm going to turn off the scanner again for a second. I don't know if I'll have any more protest activity to tell you about tonight.
The one on Hobby, I'm sorry, 1831.
We'll check the scanner for a second and see what's on it. But if you missed it, we had over an hour of the march, the protest march earlier. You can rewind and watch it.
131's ready to come back and handle this.
31.
31 en route.
Yeah, actually.
At a 132, you're 99, right?
99, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let me see what this says. Give me 1 second.
Looks like it is pretty likely.
Hold on. Why am I hearing stuff? Yeah, so I'm not. There was another local.
113.
There was a local stream of like an ABC affiliate of the protest that I was keeping an eye on, and that ended too. And Fox isn't showing it anymore.
32, I'll get back to you.
So, all right, let me just. I owe a couple people thank yous here. Thanks to for your support. Laugh till you blank. Laugh till you blank. Chad Breedlove, thank you. Katya T, thanks for your support. Who chooses? I assume it's the Democratic convention, so I assume that the Democrats, the party, chose. I don't know who else would choose it, so I'm assuming that the Democratic Party chose Chicago. I don't know what the procedure is for choosing DNC location cities, but it would be the party that chooses. Let's see here. I mean, I'm looking at, there's an NBC Chicago article that talks about it sounds like there was some sort of group of people that wanted to bring it there. But I don't know how it all.
1821.
I don't know how it all happens. It's chosen by the party.
Squad for unknown offender. The description for the security is male, black, approximately 6 foot to 6'5", wearing last seen wearing brown hoodie and gray shorts.
Shaggy says they chose Chicago because the Midwest is in play. And is it the first time? No, they hosted the convention in 1996. They did host it in 1996. Thank you, by the way, to Lisa Sutz, our member. Thank you, Jonathan Sharp, for the gift memberships. Thank you, Kot UT and Camus and Cody Kernell for your support, and Ron Dykeman. And also thank you to Il Kuhnhell and Notorious Rob for your support on Twitch.
Are the vehicles that are told by the city being taken to?
Paul Tissue says, I see some police clearing out of the area in another live stream. Again, I don't have any live streams anymore of the protest that was going on. So we showed it to you. I showed you what we had. Oh, let me see one other thing. Is this showing? Yeah, so there's a stream going. There's a stream on ABC7 Chicago on YouTube. And it's a stream from the area that we were looking at before, where like the march kind of came to an end and everybody was gathering there. And it looks like there are significantly fewer people there. There's still some people there. There's still some police there. But this is a stream from ABC7 Chicago. And they were covering the march, because I'm going through the stream. And that stream is now at that end point. And there's not much activity going on that stream. But that's on ABC7 Chicago. So, you can go over there if you want to watch that. Anyways.
You said a 1477, correct?
All right. Well, guys, let me just do a quick check and see if I have any other updates for you. But if I don't have anything to report on, I'm not going to stay on the air. So I'm going to do a quick check. Oh, and I know some people probably wrote to me, so let's see. I'm just checking for updates here. So we are planning on having coverage tomorrow. We're going to have coverage of the whole DNC. It may get a little funky because if there's like big Middle Eastern developments, we'll be covering that too. So I don't know if we'll be doing double coverage or something. We might be covering both things at once. But the plan right now is all other things being equal, we will have full coverage of the DNC, and I am planning on doing protest coverage as well. Yes, Katrin Owens says Chicago Scanner on X is a good account. I have looked at them in various times earlier for Chicago events, so I do know that they do a good job. Chicago Scanner on Twitch, on X. I'm sorry, they haven't been posting tonight, but that is a good account. I agree with you. Is there anything else I am looking at here? Let's see. Fox News that said that, hold on a second, that today, just today, ooh, hold on. Chicago Tribune says that protest groups have been gearing up for months to take advantage of the attention, and they have planned at least 7 large demonstrations, with more unsanctioned rallies likely to happen as well. So again, the Chicago Tribune says that protest groups have been gearing up for months to take advantage of the attention. And tomorrow, there are 2 tomorrow that the Chicago Tribune talks about. One of them we were talking about, which is the March on DNC First March. And there's a rally at noon at Union Park, and then at 2 p.m. they're marching. Oh, I have the route. It says the route here. Speeches in Union Park, then west mostly along Washington Boulevard, before another stop for speeches at Park 578, continues north on Damon Avenue and back to Union Park on Lake Street. Okay, I actually got the route for the march on DNC tomorrow. They also say there's another march tomorrow at 4 p.m. Starting in Humboldt Park, called the Poor People's Army March, organized by Philadelphia-based protest group Poor People's Army. So that actually is supposed to take place tomorrow at 4 p.m. Let me show you the route of the first march. Oh, and hold on. I have information about the Poor People's Army. Let's see here. Poor People's Army. Look, I have their website. It says March on the DNC and RNC. Oop, you can't see it. Poor People's Army. Pre-march press conference, Humboldt Park, August 19th. Okay, so they're marching tomorrow late afternoon, the Poor People's Army, a group from Philadelphia, or a group based in Philadelphia. Yeah, you can, this march, this is the March on DNC, the one I was talking about before, that starts at Union Park. Okay, so this is supposed to be a big march tomorrow. And this is the one, March on the DNC. And it starts in Union Park. And then where does it say? According to the Chicago Tribune, it goes mostly west on Washington Boulevard. Where is Washington Boulevard? And then it stops in Park 578. So here's Union Park. Where is there's Washington Boulevard right here. But what happened to it? It seems like it doesn't go west. It seems like it only goes east. Where's Park? Oh, Park 578 is here. Okay, wow. All right, it's very close. That's Park 578. So, the march on DNC tomorrow. It's supposed to be a big march. It starts, here is the United Center where the DNC is. Here is Union Park, and they're going to march from Union Park to Park 578, which is like right across the street from the United Center. And then they're going to go north on Darren Ave and back to Union Park on Lake Street. So as I understand it, I think by Washington they mean Warren Boulevard. So as I understand it, let me just draw this. Let me just draw this on the map for you. This is actually quite interesting. Hang on a moment here. I'm going to draw this on the map. So this is for tomorrow, which as long as I have footage, we'll cover it tomorrow. So there's Union Park here. That's where the rally starts at noon. And then at 2, they're going to march. And they're going to march, I believe, oh, it says Washington Boulevard right here. I'm stupid. It actually says Washington Boulevard. So they're going to march up here. Then they're going to go into this park. And then they're going to do some more speeches there. And then they're going to go back this way. So that's getting pretty close. That big march is going to be pretty close to the United Center. And just to show you, I kind of want to see, here's the park. Let's put a little person in there. All right, so there's the park. There's Park 578. Now, where is the United Center? It's right there. So there's the United Center, and the march is going to march right down this street tomorrow, and then they're going to end up in this park and do some speeches tomorrow. And then the United Center is right there. So that's how close they're going to be tomorrow. Okay. Saber Speed says, I know that street. Okay, so that at least gives you that gives you a sense of how close that the march will be tomorrow to the United Center. I bet there will be lots and lots of police here. Okay. Yes, the march, as far as I am aware, the march that happened tonight that we were watching a march tonight. You can go back and watch it. We had, I think, over an hour of footage. Best I can tell, that march is over. All the streams, including the one we had, but all the other, I was watching 2 other streams, and they are not live on it anymore. So I believe the march that was going on tonight is over. Maybe there are some protesters still milling around or something, but again, my best guess from what I was looking at is that it's over. Anyways, all right. Well, I think we've gotten a mental picture of some stuff to expect tomorrow. Thanks to all of our moderators who've been here, by the way. I really appreciate all of our moderators. I'm going to thank them all in a second. So let me just I'll take a last few comments here. But again, we're definitely planning on covering right here the Democratic Convention tomorrow. And I'm supposed to have protest footage. So if I have protest footage, assuming I do, we'll be covering protest stuff here sometime during the day before the Democratic Convention. So I hope I see you back. So my understanding is that the convention, the convention tomorrow night, I believe, kicks off at 6:15 Eastern time. So we'd come on before that. But 6:15 Eastern, sometime before 6:15 Eastern, I'll be here to cover the convention. The protest, Reuters is supposed to have footage of the protest starting at 1 Eastern, noon Central tomorrow. That's when the big rally is supposed to start, the March on DC thing. So if they have footage then, I'm preparing to be on at that time, around noon Chicago time, 1 Eastern. But that could change depending on availability of footage and all that stuff. So that's my general plan for tomorrow, is to come on and cover the protest, around 1 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll probably do a separate stream for the Democratic Convention at night. Okay? And I will also post updates when I'm not on the air. I post news updates on my X account, which is @Lookner on X, which you can follow me over on X at @Lookner, @LOOKNER. And I will post updates there. Okay? All right. Hold on a second here. All right, guys, I don't want to stretch this out longer than it needs to be stretched out. If I had more to report on, I would report on it. But I think it's time to wrap up this live stream. Now, of course, if there's stuff going on tonight in Chicago, big news in Chicago or anywhere else, I can jump back on and do more coverage of it. Okay? And also, if there's huge Middle East news, I can always come back on and cover that. So we'll see how that all goes. But for now, I really appreciate you guys joining our stream. Again, if you missed it, we had, I think, over an hour of footage from the march that was going on in Chicago tonight, which was quite interesting to me. So if you want to watch that, you can go back and rewind the stream and check that out. And let's see here. I really appreciate you joining us, and subscribe and follow. The channel is Agenda Free TV, and we cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. And turn on notifications. Again, we have a notification system set up. It's free. You sign up once and you get sent a notification whenever we go live. It works really well. It's really reliable. So sign up for the free notifications. The mods will post a link in the chat right now, and you can find the link to the notifications in our Facebook and YouTube description as well for this video. Hey, big thanks to our moderators. Really busy in the chat tonight. Really appreciate our moderators. Cynthia Moon, RJ over on YouTube, Sarah55, and all of our moderators. Cryptician, our viewer, by the way, says the protests are supposed to be bigger this week. Yes, they are. They're supposed to be bigger than tonight. Significantly bigger. So I hope things stay non-violent and under control. So thanks again to all of our YouTube moderators, Linda Belk and Larry over there on X, on Twitch, Cerrero, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Mark and NC, Sarah, Surly, Devin, Sully. Big thanks. And all of our other Twitch moderators, our Facebook moderators like Paul Anderson, Kay Larry Body, Margaret Riley, Valerie Gale Griffin. Huge thanks to all of our moderators. And big thanks to everybody who donated. You are the ones who allow this channel to be on the air, who allow me to buy news footage like we showed you tonight. So really big thanks for all of your support. If you ever want to donate to this channel, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. And yeah, I'm glad we were able to get on the air and cover this for you. And what else was I going to say? Oh, thanks to our Discord mods, by the way, as well. And at the same link as the free notifications, you can also check out, we have a Discord chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not live. A lot of our viewers like doing that. It's free, and it's at the same link as the notifications link. And a quick reminder, speaking of notifications, if you subscribe on YouTube and you want to turn the notifications on there, which I would recommend, just as an extra way to find out when we're going live, you got to do this on YouTube. You got to do this. If you're subscribed on YouTube, you got to click this bell here. See, there's a notifications bell. Hold on a second. Let me turn this thing off. There's a notifications bell. So you click the bell, and then you choose all notifications. So do that to get the YouTube notifications. Also, a quick reminder, I do have a personal channel where when it's not so busy with the news, I do some non-news live streaming. That is called Lookner on YouTube and Look Nerd with a D on Twitch. So feel free to check that out if you would like. I want to thank also all of our Facebook subscribers. I really appreciate your support for the channel, like Robert Rial II, Ronald Egnor, Eve Richards, Lou Green, Kay Larry Body, and who else? Margaret Riley, Michael Clayton, Billy Joe Drage. I might be repeating people, but it doesn't matter. Jane Summers. Thanks to all of our subscribers. Really appreciate you all. And all of our other subscribers over there on Facebook, our Twitch subscribers as well, like I Got That Fire, Nancy Elizabeth, Shaggy, Rocky Coast, Linnea Supernatural, Gonzalez. Thanks, by the way, to Total Blank Show for your support on Twitch as well. Thanks also to Nancy Elizabeth, I Rule All. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. And also Allistic and Bastard. No, Bastard's a viewer, but thanks for watching, Bastard. I appreciate that. Distance Galaxy is a subscriber, thank you. And all of our other subscribers as well on Twitch. Oh, and thanks to Rita for the gift membership. So kind of you, Rita. Really appreciate that. And also our YouTube members, really appreciate your support, like Sky B, Night of Fire, Joe Kajit, Crypto King, Cryptician Ursula Anderson, Susie Irish, Braveheart Mythical, Yael, NYY7, UV Lightning, Zinkman, Child of God, Romney42, thanks to our YouTube members, Richard Cartoon Maps, Sammy Robertson, Surge Deb, Right Fielder, Jesse James, Marin Gobra, Evil B, I'll say, Evil B, and William Cromer, thank you for being a member, Crystal Waters, Jaybird, thanks for being a member. More members here too. Zinkman, Coolroy, Firestar, and Regina, Pizza Hut, Hanoka, Bama Fan, Ben N, Eris Caller, Hassel DeHoff, Waltham, Cherry Sour, Lucky Minute, and all of our other members. Electronic Progression, Sandy C, Brendan S. Slick, Shani Ann, and Danny G, and all of our other viewers watching out there. Thank you for watching. Did I thank Sky B? Thanks Sky B for watching as well. All right, guys. So, oh, and you know, Gonzalez says, I have Agenda Free TV on X giving me alerts. That's a good idea. It's another very good place to find out how we're going live, is you can follow Agenda Free TV on X, because I always give early heads up there at Agenda Free TV on X when we're going live, at Agenda Free TV. Follow over there on X for an early heads up when we're going live. All right. Guys, it is time. If there's huge news tonight, then we'll come back on the air. Oh, and one of our viewers mentioned, yes, thank you to William Joseph sent me, now I figured it out, but William Joseph actually sent me that the New York Times had a map of the protester route. Of the protest tomorrow. We actually went over that on the air, but thank you. I appreciate you sending that in to me. Okay, so we'll have to see how it goes with these protests, guys. It's supposed to be tens of thousands of protesters. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys. I am wrapping up this live stream. So I really appreciate with you being with us. If you missed it, go back and rewind. You can watch the protest march we were covering tonight. We'll be back. We're covering the DNC this week at night. And if there's big protest action, I do anticipate being on tomorrow during the day because of the, at least, I believe 2 protests are planned, but certainly at least that big one march on DC that's happening starting around noon Chicago time. So that is it for now. Thank you for watching. Thanks to all of our mods. Thanks to everybody who donated. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for chatting, the people who chatted. We will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.